Okay.
Welcome to our Make It Monday, my craft instead of run day. It's my fun day, my play with my glue gun day. Welcome to our Make It Monday, the last one of the year and the last one that we'll be videotaping because all of our craft programs will be going back live in the branches, so watch out for the newsletter. It's coming soon. It will tell you where all those craft programs are going to be. My name is Holly. I am the lead librarian for the North Muskegon Library, and today I'm going to show you how to make these cute stamped burlap ornaments. So as always, we have to start with everything that we need. So obviously we need a styrofoam ball. This ball is 3 inches. I ordered them offline, I think from Amazon, and they were just a couple dollars. You can also get them sometimes in the dollar store or Joann or Hobby Lobby has these. You're going to need some kind of burlap. Again, Hobby Lobby. So I have regular burlap, and if you want to, and I found this to be a lot easier, you can get the burlap ribbon. This one is 2.5 by 30 foot. I don't think you'll need that much. Actually, I know you won't need that much, but as long as you get the ones that are 2.5 inches wide. I also recommend when you are getting your burlap, do not get dark colors, because when you're doing the stamping, you will not be able to see the words on there if you get anything darker than probably the shade that we've got right here. White will show up really nice. We also need stamp pad and letter stamps. These I got at Hobby Lobby. They are $12 for this whole set. And I got a stamp pad, which is like $5. You can probably get these cheaper online. I have some jingle bells that I just had laying around. Some kind of ribbon so you can hang it up. Of course, my trusty glue gun, because we never go anywhere without it. I also have Elmer's glue here because you can use the Elmer's glue to do this or some tacky glue to do this, but it takes longer. When you're putting the pieces on, you're going to sit there and hold it until it dries. If you use a glue gun, it's a lot faster. However, if you are using a glue gun, get something to push the burlap down with so you're not touching it with your fingers and burning yourself. I have the ruler here for that purpose. I also have an extra glue stick, scissors, a Sharpie marker. Make sure whatever you're tracing your pattern with, it's dark enough to see on the burlap. Don't worry, because you're going to cut out the pieces around it to take out the marker that's showing. And I have my pattern here. Now we'll put the link to the pattern in the comments for this. This came off of Martha Stewart's website. And if you're using a 3-inch ball, this is the one you need. If you're using a smaller ball, there's also a smaller pattern on there. And basically, your pattern just needs, you could probably freehand it as long as your pattern reaches from the top to the bottom. So we are going to get started, and our very first step is we're going to trace our pattern onto the burlap. So I'm going to take a nice long piece of the ribbon here, cut it off, put that aside. Oh, we have just enough to do this with, so that's great. So I'm going to take my pattern, and you need 5 pieces of this pattern. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to trace my pattern out. Here's one. 2. 3. Four. And 5. So when you're all done, it's going to look just like this, and then you go ahead and you cut them out. Also make sure you have a pair of scissors that are not dull, so you're not sitting here cutting all day long. Okay. Okay, so we'll say we're all done cutting out our pattern, and we have our pieces, our 5 pieces. So our next step is going to be starting the gluing process. So we take our styrofoam ball here, and we just take our hot glue, and we do all around the edges. Some in the middle, we have to add a little more glue here and there. And we're going to stick it to our ball. Now here's what the ruler's for. You see it bumps up, right? So you can take this ruler and smooth it down so you don't have those weird bumps. You might have to add a little more hot glue here and there to get that done because it dries super fast. Like I'll take some and I will put it right on the ball. Missing the trigger, there we go. So put it right on the ball and just take your ruler and slap it down. Just kind of hold it down and press it. Oh, my pink's trying to run away. This is a lot faster to do it with hot glue than it is with the tacky glue. That's why I like doing it this way. If you're not pressed for time, by all means, take the tacky glue out. See, it bumps up on this side, so you just take more glue, put it right there where it's under the seam, take your ruler, and smooth it down. Because we do not want that sticking up with the bumps. It makes it that much harder to add the pieces in. So see, it's stuck on there. Now you take your next piece and you slightly overlap it. And you're going to kind of want to eyeball it before you glue. Do the same thing. You put your glue on and push it down. So, when you keep doing that, it starts to look like this one. This is mine with the 3rd piece on. So we are going to take it and do our 4th piece here and our 5th piece. Or you can glue one side at a time if you want to. That makes it easier. So I'm going to take it, put it right here, here. I'm going to take my ruler and wash her down. You really want want this to be as flat as possible. And that's because when you stamp it, you don't want it sticking up all over the place. So then I'm going to take the glue gun and do my edgy here. Do the same thing. Just squash it down. Flatten it out. Maybe a little tiny bit of glue right there. Down with the... Okay, so now that's piece number 4. You're going to take your 5th piece, same thing. I got to put a glue stick in there because we are running out. Here we go. All the glue. And oh, sticking where I don't want it to stick. And you'll see that the 2.5-inch pieces, with them that wide, they're wide enough where you don't have to worry that once you get around to the other side, you're going to have a piece of white still sticking out, because you do have enough material to cover it all. Push that down. It's going to need more glue on this side. A little bit more on this side, especially around the top there. Let's take that, push it down. There's that side. And see, I have not burned myself yet, so this is working well with the ruler. Take that. Makes a mess of the ruler, but it's easy to clean up. It's only hot glue. One little squirt of glue right in that seam. Like I said, flat as possible. Okay, so we've got our entire ball covered. So you're going to want to decide on some kind of ribbon to hang it up with. I've got this pretty red ribbon here that I can't find the end of course. Let me see. Here it is. So you're going to want to cut off a length of ribbon, probably about 7 inches or so, I would say. Okay, the next thing I did here, got my jingle bells. So we're going to quick make this. Just take your ribbon, thread it through there. Thread your jingle bells on. Make sure they're centered on the bottom. Now what I did was, once I had them centered, I just do one to tie it down. So, stamp pad. Now you can do any combination of words. This one says joy on it. Let's see. Let's do, that's a Q. There's an E, an A, give me a Z, and I need a, that's a B. This one, P, okay. So something that you're gonna wanna be mindful of when you stamp is don't push it where you're gonna also get the edges of the square. You just want the letter. So you're gonna take this and carefully push it straight down, basically. Do not roll your stamp, because if you roll your stamp, you're gonna end up with the square edge, and then it looks really weird. So I actually eyeball these. Just gonna do my E on there. See, I kind of got a little bit of the edge. Don't do what I just did. A. C. So there we have it, stamped piece. Really super easy to stamp them. Last step. So we've got our jingle bells on there. We're just gonna take, put a dot of hot glue on the top. Take it where we got the bells. Push it down. Again, take like the end of your pencil or like your ruler and push that down so you're not sticking your hand in the hot glue. So we got our little jinglies on there. And then you just need a tie at the top so you can hang it from your tree. And there we have it. We have our peace and our joy with our little jingly bells on it. So yeah, not very labor intensive, just depends on how much time you want to spend on which kind of glue you use. And that is how you make our burlap stamped ornaments. Thank you for joining me. I hope to see you back in the branches. Please check our calendar because Santa Claus is coming to all of our branches and he would be very happy to see you there. So I will see you at the next program. Thank you for joining me. Bye.